My family is going through a bit of a transition right now. My husband's grandmother and mother came to visit. His grandmother stayed for 10 days and his mother stayed for a month. It's been amazing having them here. And it's been great having my mother-in-law close and seeing my daughter and my mother-in-law, bond and spend time together. That's been really wonderful to see. But that's not the transition. The transition is my husband's work shift. And he was working second shift, so he was working from 3 to 11 p.m. And he recently switched to first shift. So instead of working 3 to 11, he's now working a regular 8 to 4:30. And it's been a big, it's been a transition, not in a bad way. It's just, we're getting used to these new roles. And because my mother-in-law is here, we're still not really falling into a routine just yet, because my mother-in-law is very hands-on and she's been cooking, she's been cleaning, she's been helping with the baby. So we really been just chilling. Like yesterday, I was twiddling my thumbs after I got off work, and after my husband and my daughter came home, I was just kind of twiddling my thumbs. I didn't know what to do with myself, so I started cleaning. Which, if you ask my parents, my best friends, my sisters, cleaning is not something that I just do. So I was like, I don't know what to do with myself. But this is the second week that he has been working this new shift. And I was thinking about when I originally asked him to switch shifts. When I asked him to switch shifts, it was such a huge ask for me. I would work from home every day, and then every day at about 4:30, I would go and pick up my daughter, and he's already at work by that time. So it's just me and her for the evenings, and I was getting overwhelmed. After working all day, doing a job that I'm not that excited about, feeling stressed at work and feeling like I'm not reaching my potential, and then having to parent solo every single day, it was becoming a bit too much. It was becoming a bit too much. And the only times we really had were the weekends together, all three of us together. And I was like, we're not getting any family time, and I'm getting to the end of my rope. So I asked him to switch shifts, and it took a while for the shift to happen, but it did happen. And now I'm so glad that I advocated for myself. I think when I've talked to older women, about being a mom and being a wife, it's never really come up, the thought and the idea of having to advocate for yourself in a marriage, or having to advocate for yourself, in a parenting situation. So that was pretty new territory for me. It's like I'm asking my husband to make this huge shift in his own life because he is a night owl. He prefers to work at night. This is not his first job where he's had to work at night. He enjoys it, and it works better for his natural rhythm. But I asked him to make the sacrifice because I was sacrificing myself, and I knew that it wasn't going to end well. If things kept going the way they were, our family could be in shambles at the end of it all. So, in order to avoid, crashing out on him or crashing out on my daughter or slipping into a deep depression because I'm not happy and all I do is go to work and deal with a fussy, teething toddler who keeps hitting me. She's doing better now. So instead of sacrificing myself in that way, I advocated to my husband and said, hey, I need us to make a change. And he was 100% willing to make the change. And that's why I married that man. I ain't even have to lay it out too much. He was like, you need that? Okay. It's going to be hard, but I'll do it. And he did it. And I can already tell that it's going to be net positive for us. I also had other concerns about him making this switch. Like, I asked for him to switch, but I had my own issues with him switching. And one of those issues is a pay difference. He gets a differential for working at night. He gets a little bit extra for working at night. Well, he's not going to get that little bit extra anymore, and that affects our budget. But I had to reframe my thoughts around it. We're not losing money, we are getting more family time. And family time is more important right now than having a couple $100 extra a month. So, and that's really all it came down to, a couple hundred, not a lot. It does impact the budget, but not by much, thank God. So I'm saying all this to say, mama, wife, if you are noticing a pattern within yourself or within your family, and you think that you might have a solution for it, or you're willing to brainstorm the solution for it with your partner, bring it up. Advocate for yourself, because you are just as important as anyone else in your family. If you notice that your children or your child was having an issue and you noticed that you needed to make adjustments, you would make those adjustments without thinking about it. Do the same for yourself. You matter just as everyone else in your family. So speak up and lead with love. But no, speak up and advocate for yourself, because it could make all the difference. It will make all the difference.